So we're at park and the track is half wet, half dry, so we took the truck out there and we're trying to dry off the race line a little bit. And there's some spots on the track that are just so slick that you can just link the whole part of the track with the truck. So we did some laps out there with that, and we're getting these carts ready to go out, and it's gonna be really, really sketchy because there are some spots where this truck could barely turn back there. So it should be fun though. It's fun drifting a track that's the size of the truck. So it's and no handbrake and an 8-speed automatic, so it just wants to shift the whole time and get wild.
That whole backside is straight up death machine. The steering wheel doesn't work.
I see that.
Well, no, I mean it works like that, but you drive with the gas pedal.
Oh, you gotta push start it.
Yeah, push it. So
forward one.
Yeah, pull all in. You pull backward gears.
Yep.
So just pull the clutch in, I'll push you. But basically, long story short, first, second gear, fill it out. That whole back section is like really just dead. And if you lose, you know what I'm saying. Great.
drift to get it to turn, but I keep looping out.
Yeah.
And you know how a two-stroke works. You tip your foot on the throttle when you're in the power band. It's like 90% of the power.
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
It's fun though.
If you short shift it, it's more stable and you kind of.
Right, but you never get the hit. Like you're just waiting for it.
Yeah, but then when it hits, it just snaps over.
Dude, I topped this thing out in 6th on a straight.
Did you?
There's no more gears to go.
I got some gears, dude.
No, I don't need to go any faster into death turn number 1. Tree turn back there?
Yeah.
It's
There's like a dry patch back there.
Yeah, so you hook up, you rocket ship, and then you got to remember to early smash on the brakes.
That corner is the sketchiest, because there's nothing there. Which one, that back one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that back corner. Because the middle there is pretty, like there's grip.
A lot, too.
That's the scary part. You grip and nothing, and grip and nothing. You go, every time
yeah, because if you brake...
it's like quiet, because the engine's like, it's locked up, like...
Yeah, and you're like, I hope it starts again with how slick this shit is. He lets the clutch out. I gotta keep pushing with the drag of the motor. I'm like, come on! His run's good. I think fires right up. Wild. What a sketchy day at the kart track. I knew that chain was coming off. I called it. You need to pull that inward.
This is just freeing up.
We can actually tighten the chain now. I believe in myself.
Don't use a finger.
Why did we not do that in the first place?
You got to undo the Allens and then use that to push the axle back. So you just don't go backwards, it'll be fucking fine.
Dude, this thing is sick.
When you ripped it backwards, the chain off and busted. Yeah, see, that's what it's trying to throw a reverse entry. Yeah, see, that's what you.
Well, I was definitely spinning. It was definitely over. So I just got on the throttle. But the problem was I got on the throttle and to spin around when it was dry. So it was just like, whoop. Luckily I stopped before I shot a piston out. right, so we had a sick day at Pat's today, super rad. Jason brought the 2 carts out. One is a 125 rotax, like spec style cart, and then the other is a 125 shifter cart with front brakes and stuff. This thing's really, really cool. It's fast, but it's a little bit more difficult to drive for me than this cart, because this just has rear brake and I can just stab the brakes and gas to keep it sideways and whatnot. But this one bogs down because it doesn't have gears to shift and whatnot. This thing's in the power band all the time. We probably shifted like 30 times per lap. It was crazy. But yeah, it was a good time. We had a blast. The track at no point really got dry, but there were spots that were dry and spots that were wet, so you had the best of both worlds each lap.
Yeah, right.
So it was pretty sick. Thanks to Pat's for letting us come out, and Jason to let us use the carts. Yeah.
Woo.
Woo. You want to load this shit up?
Yeah.
The fog? That's from all the burnouts we were doing on the go-karts.